since there's kind of been an evolution in comedy of, women not really having the space to really present themselves to where now we're kind of more progressive. Have you seen like any differences in like things getting more progressive or like better for women in terms of like comedy and making space for themselves?
Absolutely. Yeah. I think there are a few things that are happening, and these are just my personal observations. But I think, for one, it's been, if a lot of women get overwhelmed, I think oftentimes they'll just kind of leave the situation or stop showing up, which is absolutely not what you want. But if that's what they need to do, fine. But I think that's from a lack of spaces, like you were saying, right? So I think one thing that's happened in our community is myself and many others have just been like, you know what? I don't feel the way I want to feel there. I'll do my own thing. So I think that's where Christine Horvath has thrived and just really found her own spaces doing shows in nail salons. She did one in a bakery. Like, she's just like, well, I feel better in these places, and invites all these marginalized comics to come perform there. And it's just created this whole new realm. And she has something called Babe Roar now. That's, it's her brand. And it is all these, just all these awesome people coming together and collaborating across like really the entire United States, as far as I'm concerned right now. And I'm so proud to see that she's done that. And even Angie Healy for a long time, as she hosted a variety show, and she was like, you know what, if I'm hosting this show, I want it to represent me. She did that with Wonder Doug and some other people along the way. So just, I think, knowing, like, for me, seeing people like them do these big things, I was like, well, I also don't like how I feel in some of these spaces, and put on my own shows, and it's not, I just wanted them to be more inclusive. I wanted my audience to see more people like them. And it's been a really fun but very difficult journey. But I'm also extremely proud of a lot of people that have maybe looked a little bit inward or been a little bit more honest and said, you know what, you're right. There sure are a lot of fellas on this show. And yeah, I see the active changes, or at least I see a lot of efforts, which is just like really lovely. And if people don't want to make the space, that's fine. I think we're at the point, at least from what I'm seeing, that more people, and especially more women, are feeling more empowered to just say, well, forget it. I'll build my own kingdom. Like, see ya. Point, and like, sadly, a really good word to describe it. Like, there is something degrading about feeling like you're the only person in that room, and the judgment just seems heightened and a little bit more personal. And that's like, it's a vulnerable feeling. So
Another question, kind of following the last question, would be, have you ever felt like you kind of lost yourself through the process?
oh my gosh, wow, girl. Haven't had my coffee yet. No, absolutely. I think, I was on this like multiple chunks of my like little career. Look at me belittling myself just for fun. I mean, I would be in these like spouts where, like, I go to an open mic, and like I had dudes pull me aside like back in the day. Like, I don't think this one lives here anymore, which is fine. But he pulled me aside and he goes, "Why aren't you at every open mic?" And I'm like, "Because it's not New York City and I work at night." And he's like, "Well, that's why you're not getting anywhere." And I was like, "Cool, dude." And like, just that general, like, I don't know, like, I think comedy can be whatever you want. Like, it doesn't mean you don't have to make it big or do anything. Like, I think you just deserve to enjoy it as you wish, right? So like, find what works for you. Like, I like naps, and I like washing my face at night. Like, there's just some things I'm not willing to sacrifice to go sit in a dirty bar and, not have a good time, or not even get on stage till 1 a.m. It's just like, there's so many different pressures and angles and ways that people see it. And maybe they have it dead set in their mind that has to be done this way. And they have their own goals, but like, for them to push it on other people is really frustrating. And I wonder if like some comics think that they're helping you and like trying to be like supportive, but not often do they start with, "Hey, what do you want out of this? And how can I help you that way?"